position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on another team from the ACC, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hokies will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to pass, it's Clemens. Got his man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. This guy's always a big part of the game plan, and they get him involved right off the bat.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Your best players should touch the football the most. First play out the gates. I know I got a big-time advantage, big-time wide receiver. Get him the football, make the gain. I expect we'll see a lot more of that throughout this football game.
The sure hands, it's Hill. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
The option becomes assignment football. I got the quarterback. I got the pitch man. I got the dive. It's really, really hard, and it stresses these defenses to really play assignment football.
And if you get it blocked correctly, the defense really can't be right.
Well, and if you think about it, the quarterback's basically blocking the end man on the line of scrimmage. He runs towards him, makes him come at him to kind of hit him, and it's his way of blocking it. Now I pitch it, get the ball in the perimeter, and I got that guy taken care of.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might be calling a hot route. On the run, it's Green. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to bully their way in. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
No bones about it on that 3rd down and goal. You knew exactly what they're doing. We're not kicking field goals. We're here for touchdowns, and it is a physical run. He lowers his shoulder right between the tackles, going to get in the end zone. Way to start this football game for this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. RPO complete to open the drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Now the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
They're going to run it to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Hokies have this offense rolling. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Hokies! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Clemens. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Rides the back on the option, the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Let's it fly. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this linebacker is all over the field in run support. When they throw the football, though, man, does he have great vision, and he breaks on the football. Look at him using the hands. He had 2 a week ago, throwing another today. That's a season for a linebacker most of the time. Great 2-game stretch for this LB.
Caught in the backfield, it's Whitaker. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Now on third down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hauls it in. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. To the air, it's Clemens. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Hill. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Complete out of the backfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the eastern seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Whitaker. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. second down, they'll go to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
I'll try to power it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Power football with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to pass, it's Clemens. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Pulls it in on the right. Off to the races. Touchdown, Cowboys! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Adams. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cowboys will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Well, it's a nice-looking throw right there, and I'll tell you what, for Hokie quarterbacks in the past, it's not all about just hitting you with their legs. Michael Vick could kill you throwing the football. Tyrod Taylor could do it. How about this name? Jim Drunkenmiller. You can just see him right now, dotting an 18-yard dig route. That's a nice-looking throw. That gives me some Drunkenmiller vibes, Paula.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll go to the ground. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Bounces over the top.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman running up front.
Tackled there by the defense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the air, it's Clemens. Grabbed behind the line, it's Green. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Hill. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going deep. Pistols firing. Touchdown Cowboys. And that one will put them up here in the second half. This game must must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
They'll run the screen. Powers through the defender. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Off the play fake on first down. He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Virginia Tech!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode.
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Clemens. Going for it all. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Good timing on the quick out. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. A designed run from the quarterback. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Cowboys are in the hurry-up. Pushes toward the goal line. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Akron overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from InfoCision Stadium, these Zips got to be thrilled with this result. A busy day in the MAC, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. They get to him as he throws.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. Dropping back, it's Clemens. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Tatum. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
He turns it loose to the left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate, and late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Leaves it with the running back. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Caught in the backfield. It's Skinner. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Catch in the middle. It's Whitaker. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Snagged out of the air. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Touchdown, Hokies! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Picks up the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake by the Q. And then he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Cowboys inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. Give to the fullback. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Clemens. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches in the score. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. The idea, make it a one-possession game. And they can get it to a one-score game here, but they'll still need the ball back. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. This is now a 7-point game.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't.